fam, our latest will be about the newly appointed Correctional Services Minister, Pieter Groenewald. Let's follow up on that. Pieter Groenewald is under scrutiny on Twitter. A lot of information is surfacing since he assumed the Correctional Services portfolio. According to discussions on Twitter, he had a hand in what happened to Chris Hanis, and they're also saying that in 1982 he left the apartheid regime to form his new party. His reasons for forming a new party were that the apartheid regime was too soft towards black people. He apparently wanted apartheid government to be harder. Here are some of the discussions from Twitter. This user said, meet Pieter Groenewald, former apartheid military chief intelligent. The current Minister of Agriculture is being awarded by the ANC. The reason behind Chris Hanis' death is evident. The user further said, it's truly disturbing how his name is exploited to gain votes and reward his murderers. And Tabiso said, according to TRC records, the Conservative Party sanctioned the brutal assassination of Chris Hanis. Tabiso further said, when Pieter Groenewald, Clive W. Lewis and Con Mula, all members of the Conservative Party. In closing, Tabiso said, my ANC is rewarding murderers of black people, and such discussions are now popping up on Twitter. In the next slide, please listen to this clip that is also trending on Twitter. They are explaining the role Pieter Groenewald played during apartheid regime. And that's all we have for now. Please remember to also leave your comments down below and let us know of your take regarding what we've covered. That will be all from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again next time. Bye.
If there are two MPs who should be under the prison, it is this one and it is this one. And it has everything to do with Chris Hanis not being with us anymore. Now, before there was the Freedom Front Plus, there was the Conservative Party, and Pieter Groenewald was an MP in the Conservative Party. The Conservative Party split from the NP because they felt like they were being too soft on apartheid. They had the support of P.W. Botha and felt like de Klerk was losing the plot. They also led a campaign that said people should vote no in the referendum. Now, the referendum was asking, should they end apartheid, yes or no? And they were encouraging people to vote no, meaning continue apartheid. And Pieter Groenewald and Corne Mulder were part of the Conservative Party voting to continue apartheid. And those are the people who are now leading the Freedom Front Plus. Now, what does this have to do with Chris Hanis? A guy named Clive Derby Lewis was the finance minister for the Conservative Party. Now, Clive Derby Lewis and another guy named Janus Wallis were later convicted for the unaliving of Chris Hanis. One of the leaders of the party, Ferdy Hartzenberg, then went on record at the TRC to say that Clive Lewis carried out the unaliving at the wishes of the Conservative Party, the same party that Pieter Groenewald and Corne Mulder were members of. So the fact that the Freedom Front supports Oranje and wants an independent Western Cape is not surprising at all. These are thoroughbred, unrepentant racists of the highest order, always have been. They are not apologetic about it. Now, this information is not a secret, it is not hidden, and if you really want to, you can even ask the Freedom Front Plus yourself and they will tell you. And the ANC still made this man a minister in our cabinet. Minister of Corrections, to be specific. By the way, he wants the death penalty back. To a man like that, I wonder who in his mind deserves that penalty.